Hi friends, welcome to all. So today I will let you know how to recover the corrupt grub bootloader or grub configuration file if it is a corrupted, okay, or how to reinstall the grub bootloader on the MBR master boot record. So this is a path. You can find out the path here. This is a path /boot/ grub2 grub.cfg. So the full form of the grub stands for Grand Unified Bootloader. Unified boot loader. So we will corrupt it manually and we will recover it. Okay, so these steps is applicable for your right now I'm using in a CentOS 8 and it is applicable for 7 RHEL RHEL 7.8 or OEL 7.8. So all these steps work in all these operating system. Okay, so let's go for a lab and we will understand how to recover. So first what we will do, we will manually corrupt it. So let me corrupt the config file here. Okay, so let me go inside a /boot. Okay, and here you will find out the grub2. So in CentOS 8, grub2 is using here Grand Unified Bootloader 2. And let me go inside here. So here you will find out the grub.cfg file. This is a configuration grub config file here. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so what I will do here, I will move this file as a backup file. Okay, and we will recover it manually. So let me move this file. Now I have moved it here. So okay, so now you can see it here. So when I will reboot the system, so it will stuck at grub here. Okay, so what is the prerequisite here? So we need a ISO to recover. Either we need a right now in our case is CentOS 8, so we need a ISO image. Uh, Image, or if you have a kickstart server, so you need a kickstart server using pxc boot using pxc boot. So in our cases we will use ISO image here. Okay, so let me reboot the server. Okay. So all right, there, let me reboot the server from here direct from a console. So this is a console here. Okay, so let me reboot it here. So now you can see it is just stuck here. Okay, so let's understand the here boot process as well also. So let's say let me create a, let's understand that we have a laptop. So let's say let me create this laptop. Okay, so let's say this is our laptop here, and what we will do here, let's understand here boot process here. Okay, so here suppose let's say it is your power button. So I will power on the system here. Let's say power on your server or laptop. So in our example, let's say power on button. This is a power on. Once we did a power on, so what happened, it will send the post signal here. Post stands for power on self test. Power on self test. So what it will do, it will check all the hardware is okay or not. Okay, all hardware is, or hardwares are fine or not. Okay, it will check all the hardware fine or not. Okay, once it will find out it's okay, so what it will do, it will find out the here bootloader here. Okay, but before that, let's understand when we do a power on, it will send a post signal. Okay, so there are two types of a start. One is a warm start another is a cold start. Okay, so right now we did a reboot. So in our cases right now, it comes as a reboot comes under bomb start. Okay, when you on first time when we press on a server or laptop, first time power on, that called as a cold start, first time power on. Okay, so in reboot cases, it will not check all the hardware, not check, it will not check all hardware. Okay, but here it will check in a cold all hardware. Okay, all hardware are fine or not, but here it will not check all. It will necessary hardware, it will check only. Okay, so right now in our cases, let's say it is a warm start here. Okay, and it will check all the hardware is fine or not, and after that, if everything is fine, so what it will do, it will find out the your disk, it goes to your, this is your hard disk drive. In hard disk drive here, let's say this is your hard disk drive. Okay, this is your hard disk drive. So in this hard disk drive, it will find out the first boot sector. Okay, first boot sector means MBR. Okay, so it will find the first master boot record. Master boot record. Okay, master boot record. So in master boot record, the size of the master boot record is, let's say it is size is a 512 bytes. Okay, so it's 512, it's divided in a 3 partitions. Okay, the size is, if here, let me create a 3 partition here. Okay, so total size is a 512 bytes MBR. Okay, MBR stands for master boot record. MBR we call, and the first partition is a 446 bytes. Okay, and next is a 64 bytes. That is your partition table here. So in 446, so it is your bytes. So let me type a B only. I'm typing, and the remaining is a 2. That is your magic number. Magic number here. Okay, so here 446 bytes, you will get the bootloader information here. You will get bootloader information. Okay, boot loader info. Okay, so bootloader info means here it is, the size is very small, so here you will get only path. Okay, path. So bootloader path, which is we have corrupted right now. What is the path? Slash boot slash, in our case is grub2 grub.cfg file. Okay, that is our path right now. Okay, and second one is here you will get a partition table info. 64-bit is using for partition, disk partition table info, and it is, and two is a bytes here. So here you will get a magic number here. Okay, so magic number is used for error detection. So it is used for magic number used for error detection. Okay, so now in our cases we are stuck here. Now it is not able to find the grub here. Okay, this path is missing right now because what we did it here, we moved it here. So we need to recover this. So how we can recover it? We have a two-way, we have a manual way, we have it this way. So we will with ISO image we will recover it here. So we required ISO image. In our cases, we will recover ISO image, or in on a real production server. What? So there you will find out kickstart server. Kickstart server. So PXE, using a PXE boot, you can recover your grub. If your grub is corrupted, or do you want to reinstall the grub, or grub configuration file corrupted here? So we will learn here. Okay. So second way is a manual way as well also. So manual, we need to give here your disk name and what is it like HDA0, like that we can also recover. So in two ways we can recover, but in this video we will learn how to recover from a ISO image. Okay, so now let me go into a BIOS mode. So okay, so here we need to select a boot. So boot must be a CD, DVD, ROM here. So in our case, is already it is just like here. So if it is, suppose if it is a below, for example, so if it, here, if it is a here, so we need to make a up. I'm using a shift plus here. Okay, so here you can find out the menus here. Here, so how to if you want to make up and down, you can use here. Okay, plus and minus, so you can make it up and down here. So now I have selected here CD-ROM here. Now that is a fine. And okay, so what I will do now, I will use a F10 save and exit here. So let me press a F10 and yes. So I need to attach a DVD here. So I have not attached it. So what I will do, I will let me make a power of this first. Okay, let me make a power off and let me go. Right now I'm using a VMware workstation, so I will attach here. So this is the path. Okay, so here I have selected and okay. Okay, so now you can see it is came here. Okay, so right now we are going for we need a rescue mode here. So if you want to install a fresh installation, then you will select first. Second option will to test your media. I don't need to test anything right now. I go directly troubleshooting. So let me do enter. And here you will find out. So I need to select a second, rescue a CentOS Linux system. Okay, so we will select this one. Okay, we will select second option. Okay, so we will go to rescue mode and here run a memory test, run from a local drive. So we will use the second option in our cases. Okay, let me do a L now here. Let me select here. White is show. It means selected here. Let me do enter. So now we will get this option here. So we will select a continue. So continue, what it will do, this will mount the system under /mnt/sys image. So it will mount it under mnt/sys image. So we will select on a continue. Let me select a one option. Okay, now here you will get a shell. So I will press enter here. So let me press enter. Okay, so now what it will do, press enter here to obtain a cell. Okay, so now we have obtained the cell here. So this cell will live inside the installation or rescue environment with the target system mount under /mnt/sys image. So what we need to do now, we need to use a chroot and /mnt/image directory. So we need to use a chroot /mnt sys image here. Okay, now you can see our operating system has been mounted here. You know, you can see /dev/mapper/cl root. Now our system is here. If let me go inside a /boot here and let me ls-lrt, and let me goes to under inside a grub2 here, and now you can see grub.cfg.backup is there. Okay, but we will think about that. It is a corrupted here, so we will create a new config file, and as well as we will reinstall the grub. So how we will reinstall the grub? Using a grub2 -install command, and your hard disk, your hard disk drive, your OS hard disk drive here. So suppose if you don't know OS, what is your OS hard disk drive path, so you can use a lscsi, okay, so or either ls block command. Okay, so you will get here which where is your OS, so you will get a more clarity here. Now you can see when I did a OS block, so you can see here, this is our drive here, this is our path. Okay, so might be in some cases it might be /dev/sda, and might be some cases it is s/dev/hda. So in our cases it is a /dev and bme01 and 1. So okay, so let's think, so now let's reinstall the grub here. So we need to use a grub2 hyphen install, and I need to give this path /dev nb okay, so it is here 0 n p. Okay, so it is n0 and n0 in our case is n01. Okay, so we have selected this one. Okay, so now I need to press a enter. Now it is installed. Now perfectly we have installed here. Now you can see no error reported here. So what we did here, we have reinstall the grub. Okay, so we have reinstalled the grub here. Okay, using a grub2 install command. Okay, so now we have reinstalled it. Now we need to create a config file here. Now config file is not there. We need a grub configuration file. So how we will recover it, I will let you know here now. Now you can see, let's cross check it here, ls-lrt here. Now it is not there. Now you can see. So we need to use a grub2 hyphen make config. Okay, so a -o/ here we need to give a full path. Let me give the full path here, grub2 grub.cfg. Okay, so it will create the config file here. Let me do enter. So here generating grub configuration file. Okay, so okay, so it is done now. ls-lrt. Now you can see grub.cfg came here, which is right now we have created here. Okay, so we have created this file here using this command grub2 make config -o and path. Okay, okay, so now we have successfully we have done these two things here. So now let me exit from the here, exit from this terminal. Let me exit from here. So now it's rebooted and it's came here. So what I will do, let me eject here. So I don't require, because we have done our job. So what I will do, I will let me disconnect it here. Okay, and let me reboot it again. Okay, now you can see it is it has been we have successfully reinstalled it and created a new grub grub.cfg file. So here in our cases, it's Linux is enabled here. So what it will do, it is doing a relabeling here. Okay, Linux relabeling it's doing here. Okay. Linux relabeling. Okay, so now Linux relabeling has been done here. Now it is restarted again. Now we got a login prompt here. So let's log in here. Okay, so now we have recovered grub and grub configuration file as well also. So let's recheck, re-verify again. Okay, so let me go a grub2 here. And now ls-lrt. Now you can see cfc.backup file is already there, grub.cfg.backup, and new file which is we have generated using a grub2 make config command here. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. Bye bye and take care.